Yesterday, we talked about how Adam Schiff was calling for Joe Biden to drop out of the presidential race. Well, it looks like, according to reports, Joe Biden might be starting to hear the pressure. Take a look at this.
Talking to a senior Democratic advisor tonight who is telling me this. He said he believes the president is being, quote, more receptive to these calls of concern. He goes on to say this: the private conversations with the Hill are continuing, this advisor tells me. He's being receptive, not as defiant as he is publicly. Goes on to saying, talking about Vice President Kamala Harris, who initially he wondered how she may fare in a campaign should it come to that. I'm told now he's asking questions saying, do you think Kamala can win?
Which seems significant, particularly because while there are any number of different people who could theoretically take up the mantle, I would say it's got to be like a 75% chance at least that it's her. And so if he's asking that, then I think that does show an openness. And we've also got Chuck Schumer obviously has talked with him. The Schumer team is not confirming that he told him to step down, but they're also not pushing back particularly hard against any of the reporting indicating that that's what he did or that he expressed major concerns among Senate Democrats about the state of the race. And Hakeem Jeffries is putting pressure on. Nancy Pelosi is continuing to do that. Apparently, she has warned Biden of 2024 presidential race peril. And so this is basically all of the leaders. If you believe that Obama also behind the scenes is putting pressure on, this is basically all of them at this point. And so I guess maybe it's not if, but when.
The video will continue in just a moment, but first I have a message for you. TYT needs your help. Membership is vital to survival, so please go to tyt.com/team and become a member today.
No, that's not if but when. The prevailing read on this is that, everybody does want him out. They're basically saying, yes, we know that someone who is brain dead could probably beat Donald Trump in an election. Why do we got to test it literally? And so like they're pressuring, putting reportedly, and from all the rumors, they have privately put massive pressure on him, the DNC, the leadership within the party, and he is not receptive to it. And that's why everybody's read on this is that they're leaking stuff right now.
Yeah.
They're leaking that we talked to him. They're not going to confirm it. They might confirm it when push comes to shove. But the fact that we're hearing stuff like this is because they are leaking this to the press, that they are having these meetings and they are doing their part to tell Joe Biden that he needs to drop out. Now, the question was, does he actually have COVID, or are they just reporting he has COVID? I've talked to multiple people. I've talked to like lifetime journalists here at the place. And you ask 5 people, you get 2 different answers. You probably get more people thinking he's dropping out than staying in, but people who've really been in politics, like the ones that are doing the actual reporting and the writing of reports, are like, never underestimate the stubbornness of Joe Robinette Biden.
I mean, well, that's what I was saying yesterday on our coverage. Cenk was at 100%. I think he might at one point have peaked above 100% chance that he drops out. I still think, look, I've given you day by day my views, and it has very much fluctuated. I at one point I thought it was very likely. The week before the convention, I thought it was down to like 10, 20% or whatever. I do think it's high. I don't think it's 100, but I think we've gotten almost all of the events that could potentially get it as high as it could. I don't know we even got the COVID. Like, I don't know what else could potentially happen to maximize the chance. And so now it just remains to be seen. And I know a lot of people are saying he should do it right now. Drop out to mess up the last day of the RNC or whatever, but then they could theoretically like change up Trump's speech and adapt to it. I would rather have him give a speech attacking Joe Biden, and then next week it doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't even apply anymore. And it would make him seem petty to do it on the final day. Give the guy his RNC or whatever, and they could do it next week.
That's another theory, is that typically as the Democrats, you're not supposed to do anything, and the Republicans aren't supposed to do anything when each other is having their convention. So maybe getting COVID and putting it off is a way of Joe Biden being like, even still, we got to have respect the process.
Yeah, could be. I think that's fair.
Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.